Hello and good morning. It is Saturday and I'm off to join a run club, which is wild that I haven't really joined one before because there are so many in London and I think everywhere. I think run clubs are taking over the world. But I haven't joined one because I haven't been super confident, I guess, in my running capability and whether I could keep up with everyone. But now I've been running for like coming up to a year and my pace is getting more consistent, so I am keen to try it out. Also, the week before last, I actually went to like this one-off run club event that I went with through work. So yeah, it was like a work situation, but I really enjoyed it. So I was surprised by the good vibes and just the positive spirit and everyone cheering you on. So now I'm keen to find a local run club that's not work related and see if I want to like go more consistently and what the vibe is like. I'm really keen to do longer runs on the weekend now that, you know, when I first started running, it was like 3 kilometers was pushing it and now 5 kilometers I'm really comfortable to do like as a baseline. So my next goal is to kind of level up and make 10k maybe a weekend run. But yeah, for my first run maybe I'll just try the 5k, see how I go, see how the pacing is, and we'll go from there. So let's go run with a lot of strangers. Okay, I am back from run club and it was great. It was actually a really nice vibe. So I think I will definitely go back again. It was really nice. There were quite a few people who were there for their first time and they turned up alone as well. So it felt very welcoming and it didn't feel super like intense or like people were taking the run really seriously, which is nice. So yeah, I think I will check out and do another run club. Maybe I'll try this one again, maybe I'll try others, and yeah, it was a success, I would say. We are off to see a play at the National Theatre tonight, which I'm really looking forward to because I haven't been to that venue before, so I'm very excited to see it. Good morning, it is a beautiful day today. I think they call this false spring, where in the winter time it feels like spring is here, but it is not. It is just the illusion of spring. And so for a few days we get some really stunning weather, some great sunshine, and then winter comes back in full force and reminds you that it's still here for a few more weeks or months. But I'm going to make the most of this beautiful day and go for a walk. And then I'm headed to my hairdresser's. I'm going to go get a haircut. I am a big fan of short hair. I love dealing with it, having it, managing it. And I would say this current length is getting too long for me. So I'm off to get it cut even shorter. And I'll probably see the end of the blonde from last summer being cut out as well, which I'm excited about because I'm really liking my natural hair color at the moment, so going to just embrace that. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. Maybe I'll get brunch after, we'll see. Got my brand new short hair. Absolutely loving the length. Back from the hairdressers. I have my new shorter hair, so it's all been cut and washed for me, so I'm very pleased with it. It feels very much back at the length that I prefer. And yeah, I also had some food afterwards, obviously, as you saw, and I was reading my book, so I thought I would just drop in here to quickly talk about some of the books I've been reading so far this year. I am having a huge book year. I am like powering through the books and having such a blast with all of them. The book that I was reading in the cafe is As Young as This. I'm only kind of like early days into the book and enjoying it so far. It's about kind of all the relationships, or the, I guess, romantic relationships that the protagonist has had throughout her life, and how those relationships have developed to who she is today and how they've impacted the decisions that she's making today. So I'm enjoying this so far, but it's not like, I don't think I'm powering through this as much as others. So I wanted to mention two that I've read recently that I couldn't stop turning the pages of. The first is a kind of thriller-ish book. It's called All the Colors of the Dark. It's absolutely huge, but I could not stop reading this. It's about a lot of things. It kind of feels like it's just going to be a thriller about like who abducted this person, but it's actually from the kind of the years when the abduction happened through to their adulthood, so it spans a lot of years, hence why it's so big. And you kind of get to follow the person who was abducted and his journey, but also his family and his really close friend, Scout, I think her name is? Saint. Saint. You get to follow Saint's story as well, and how, yeah, invested she is in her friend Patch, who got abducted. But anyway, the back of the book can explain it better to you. What I really liked about it is that it's really short chapters. So in total, I think there's like 200 plus chapters. So you kind of read, like, this chapter is just literally one page. So the pacing is very quick. For that reason, I felt like I was really intrigued and involved, and I just kept wanting to power through it and find out what happened. And I think, yeah, it took a little bit to get into the writing style. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's very descriptive and it's a particular type of writing style. But once you get through that and understand like the author's point of view and how he communicates, it's a lot easier to follow along. So I recommend All the Colors of the Dark. And then the other book I read this year that I couldn't put down was Bellies. This is a book that I had also been recommended from someone on YouTube in the comments, so thank you for the recommendation. This was a beautiful love story. I I just was so intrigued. Tom and Ming meet on a night out at university and fall hard for each other. Then Ming announces her intention to transition, and so then Tom and Ming are obviously facing the shifts in their relationship and what it means to be in their relationship and the affection they feel for one another. And yeah, you get to kind of see the perspective from both Tom and Ming interchangeably, and then their friends around them as well. And you could tell like how much love and respect they had for one another. And obviously no spoilers, so who knows what happens to the relationship, but that respect was a really beautiful through line in the story, because yeah, they always spoke, I don't know, so lovingly towards one another. So yeah, Bellies I think was another read that I had this year that I just couldn't put down. And on that note, I just also wanted to share something that I'm not embarrassed about, but definitely not like the proudest about, which is that I have been buying up so many books. I recently discovered World of Books, where you can buy secondhand books, and not only that, but for all the secondhand books under £10, you buy 3 and you get a 4th free. So I've kind of been addicted to that and collecting books. Whenever I see something I want to read, I've just picked it up on World of Books and added it to my cart, and every time I've had 4 books to go, I've checked out. And it turns out there's quite a few. I have a lot of books that I have been racking up, and it's gotten to the point where I have had to stop because I don't even know if I can get through all of these books this year. So let me show you all the books that are on my reading list, literally next to my bed, and what I am planning to read this year, and I'll like keep you updated throughout about how I get on. I'm thinking the next one I want to dive into is a shorter book to get through straight away, which would be Orbital. This was once again another recommendation from the channel, so thank you for the recommendation. I'm really keen to read this one next, I think. And then I might either do like a thriller, or maybe this one. I've heard very good things, so I might pick up that next. But for example, like of the books that I started The Vegetarian, I've started Butter, I've started The Bee Sting, I've started The Island of Missing Trees, and they just haven't like grabbed my attention, so I've put them back down again. But like I said, I'll pick them up eventually. Oh, Hide and Seek also, I started that. I thought I wanted to read a thriller, but turns out I didn't. I wanted another romance novel, hence why I then picked up As Young as This. And that is why I actually love having all of these different books beside my bed for me to pick from, depending on whatever my mood feels like.
Better if you wanted. I've never felt this room more haunted by what we had. make this warmer if you want it.